The filth day. Sorry, fifth. Sorry. The fifth day. Is it worth a buy? Let's just read the beautiful words, guys. The fifth day is a post-apocalyptic survival game. Guys, another survival game. No, another one. Yeah, no, another. Yeah, I know there was that one, but there's another. No. After that. Mac, that's not fair. Let's start again. I'll cut that out. The fifth day is a post-apocalyptic survival game set in the time after mankind's extinction to the machines that it created. Yes, your toaster will turn on you. Your role as one of these machines is to survive in the hostile world left behind by man. So guys, this is after machines. You know how we know that machines are going to rise up and murder us all eventually? Yeah. Well, yeah. You think the Terminator was... No, it's real. This is real, guys. It's as real as fucking Santa Claus is. That's how serious I am here, guys. And we all know he's coming soon. Machines, guys. You are a machine. You are left over. And it's quite... I like that, you know, guys. It's a nice twist on survival. We're now a machine. Zombies have gone. This is after the zombies. We're machines. Everything's just a machine. Which opens up for some interesting gameplay mechanics. You see, guys, you can hack into other machines and get them, that's if you have the right tools, you have to find them first, and get them to do thy bidding, my master. Which is quite a neat touch. For example, and it's a survival game, remember. For example, I hacked a harvester and he then became my best friend because I have no friends, so he didn't have much competition, but there you go. And I said to him, go get me wood. So he just went off and harvested wood and brought it back to me and dropped it on my fucking head and gave me 15% damage. But I took that wood and I built a shoebox to live in. And then I realised that I could directly communicate with him, and I told him to get me iron and concrete so I can build a house like the Three Little Pigs is. Not the wooden one that went huff 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 and blow your house down, but I can make a metal one if I wanted to. So you pick your spot, you get your AI to go and do thy bidding, and then you go searching for loot in a hostile world that is filled with penises. There are robots and penises, and you have to be very, very careful when you're out there, because I've never been caught by a penis yet, but I have been shot a few times by other robots. So you have to be careful. It's very dangerous. You have this RFID, which stands for radio frequency identification, and you can scan for other RFID signatures. And so you get a bit of... It's like a motion tracker from Alien, so you can see where there's enemy and all sorts of stuff. There is loads of guns to get. There is crafting to be done. And it's multiplayer, although it is a bit dead at the minute, and it's a bit of a death game. It's like, there's another human, bam, dead. So it's kind of like that at the minute. The multiplayer is just, forget it. It's just, yeah. But the multiplayer is quite interesting, because when you die, you die. And it's held over 5 days, which is why it's called the fifth day. But I'm not going to go into that because it's too ropey at the minute. I'm just going to concentrate on the free play, which is single play, which is what I've really spent a lot of my time doing. There's not a great deal of content. The map isn't that big. It's got invisible boundaries at the minute. But the bases are quite cool that you can construct, and the looting is buggy but quite fun as well to find different things. You find books, and the books allow you to craft different things. Now, as soon as I started crafting, I immediately felt like I was in Rust, and I've just checked, and it uses the same Unity 4 engine that the original Rust used, and 7 Days to Die. It is a great engine, and it beggars belief why, when you look at DayZ, they are using their in-house pile of shite engine. Sorry to go on about DayZ, but it's a survival game, and it has an awful engine. DayZ could be a great game, but the engine is awful, and I will be looking at DayZ again very, very soon. It is January since I last looked at it, so I've given it plenty of time to improve. But as soon as you start playing the fifth day, you realise that the engine's good. It's like Rust, 7 Days to Die. It's a smooth, fluid engine. The crafting is cool. You can, if you make a mistake, you can just knock it straight back down. Unfortunately, you can't do that in Rust, which is a fucking shame. So with this game, you run around looting, you hack into different AI, you get them to fight for you, you build a base as big as you want, really, because there seems to be an unlimited supply of resources. I mean, my harvester just kept coming back time and time again. You have got to be careful, because what the harvester does is, it, like I said earlier, it drops the resources off where you are, and it dropped it right on my fucking house while I was building it, the little twat. And so I now have a huge giant canister on my fucking roof. So there's a few AI bugs in it, but I think it's my own fault, because I just realised you can actually set a point for it to drop all the stuff. So maybe I should do that next time. But I did have a bit of fun with it, but it's very early access, guys. I mean, this needs a lot of work, and I don't know how many people are working on this. So what I'm going to leave you with is this. This game has massive mega potential. However, it's very early in this game's evolution. It's $10.99. It will go up that price, bound to, probably end up a full price of about £25. If you have faith in the developer that he's going to keep at it and not just do a runner like some of the other ones have in early access, by all means, because it does have potential. It looks good, it feels good, and there is a little bit of a game that you can play. You'll probably get a few hours out of what you get now, but it does need a lot of work, and for that reason I'm not going to give it the thumbs up at this moment in time. It has massive potential, this, and I really do hope it succeeds. There's just, for $10.99, there is just, you can buy a full indie survival game for that, a finished one. I think the price is just a little bit steep for what you actually get now. I think if it had been $6.99, it would have been a seller. And I'm not just saying that because I love $6.99. I think because it's an early alpha, you know, it's not like it's even in beta. It's a very early alpha. It needs more work. It needs more content before you can really class it as a game worth playing. And that's the price you pay with early access. So I hope he does well with this, or she. And I look forward to coming back to this in 6 months, where hopefully I'll give it a big thumbs up.